Hello and welcome to a special episode of Health Watch. I am Damian Grange, your host and Marketing and Public Relations Manager here at the BVI Health Services Authority. Today's episode will focus on a crucial initiative that is happening here at the Authority. It's our Neonatal Resuscitation Program. And we have two very special guests in-house with us, and they're visiting us all the way from Canada. Now we have Doctors Rebecca Sherlock, who is a neonatologist, and we also have Shir Minnes, she is a pediatrician, and they're both here. And what is key is that they are volunteering their services to train up our dedicated staff here at the BVI Health Services Authority. Doctors, ladies, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
It's such a pleasure to have you both here, and I understand this is your first time in the Virgin Islands, so on behalf of the people of the Virgin Islands, welcome to the Virgin Islands.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
How is it going so far?
It's going really well. We have been given such an incredible warm welcome. We've done 2 days of training now with varying staff members from all over, not only Tortola, but Virgin Gorda as well.
Right.
And various members from the medical community, including nurses from the community, obstetrics, and pediatrics.
And awesome.
And the emergency department.
Perfect. Now, you are here just voluntarily, and I would love to hear more about that program that brings you here to the BVI.
Sure. So we volunteer for an American-based nonprofit organization called the World Pediatric Project.
Right.
So they have volunteers and executive offices in 10 different sites, including the Caribbean and South America. What they try to do is, based on the needs of varying communities, is support pediatric care, whether it's running a surgical program, whether it's running an educational program or a training program such as this, for people across the Caribbean and South America based on their own needs.
Right. And Dr. Ronald Georges, our CMO, Chief Medical Officer, he became aware of the program and reached out, and voila.
Absolutely.
Right.
We have an executive director who is in St. Vincent. I do believe they may have first had contact at a minister's meeting.
Right.
And then the conversation started.
Yes.
And before you knew it, here we are.
Here you are. And you also had an opportunity to chat with our Minister of Health. I'm sure that was an interesting conversation.
Of course it was. I mean, what an honor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such an honor.
Right. Now, tell us about the training and how is that going to impact the care here at the BVI Health Services Authority?
Okay, well, we all know that whether it's in the community or in a hospital-based setting, things happen. Okay, and for care of the newborn, there's a very specific structure of tasks that we need to do in order to support them appropriately.
Yes.
Those skills can be very tidily and nicely taught using the neonatal resuscitation program. When we teach to the community-based provider or the hospital-based provider, what we're doing is we're giving them a structured format to support those babies and a common language of describing a baby in front of them. So then, if somebody's in the community and a woman comes and unfortunately has an unanticipated delivery of a little baby who needs help, everybody is speaking the same language. And they have those skills that we teach in a hands-on manner here in the NRP.
That's awesome. And I know that the training obviously would be mainly for caregivers here at the BVI Health Services Authority. What about those folks who are home and let's say there's a newborn that is already home developing some kind of problems? What would you say to the parent or the caregiver at home?
Okay, so if what we try to do is enable community health providers to have those skills. So if a baby's already home and they're in the first week or so of life, the things that we teach here in this program can be used for that baby who has gone home but presents in difficulty to a community setting.
Okay. We brought in, what's his name?
We haven't named
We don't
him.
have a name
No?
for him. Maybe
He's
you'll
so
help us
new.
give him a name.
Okay, well, this is Little Tola.
Okay.
Shortened form for Tortola. So
Absolutely.
Little Tola. Little Tola is here with us. I don't know if there's anything that you can show us or the audience that would mean anything to us in terms of how you conduct the training.
Okay, well, Little Tola is a multifaceted mannequin. And what we have done for our healthcare providers here today is we've been able to show them how to assist Little Tola with breathing using a bag and mask system, which I don't have here, but would go over the mouth and the nose. We've also taught our providers here today how to do CPR on Little Tola, which is a different mechanism than you would use, say, in an older child or an adult.
Right.
We've also assisted them and instructed them on how to actually use the base of the umbilical cord to put in an intravenous line
Whoa.
in order to give life-sustaining medication. So we've done all of that in the span of a 3.5-hour workshop.
Wow. Now, just so we can get to know you both a little better, tell us about your background.
Can you go first?
Oh, sure. Like you introduced me. My name is Shir Minnes. I'm a pediatrician, and I have been working in neonatal care for almost 10 years exclusively in a very busy neonatal unit in Canada, and I've been teaching the neonatal resuscitation program for longer than that. I've been teaching it for about 15 years, and really enjoy the interaction that I have with my students, and getting to see skills develop over the course of the training session, and the confidence develop over the training session, and getting the excitement building with that acquisition of skills.
Yes.
So I'm really happy to be here and part of this.
15 years worth of experience. That's great. And Dr. Sherlock?
Yeah, so I'm a neonatologist, which means I'm a pediatrician that has an extra 3-year training in newborn care. And I've been a neonatologist for 20 years.
What?
Yeah, so I've been working in very busy units up in Canada where our birth rate is somewhere between 6,000 and 8,000 babies a year. So we are very, very busy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of babies.
Wow.
Yeah.
We see we have 100 and something newborn per year?
I think I was told 300.
300?
So.
Oh, okay, 300.
Maybe one a day?
Looks that way if we have 300, We need to get busier, community.
So I've been practicing this for 20 years and have seen, varying changes in care, the evolution of how we support babies, and it's absolutely amazing to be able to just bring, as Shir mentioned, some of our experience and just impart that to people, knowing that it will make a significant impact on the population.
And I think that's where I was about to go next, because you're both busy in your respective fields and place of work. What would have inspired you to want to volunteer your time and your expertise in this way?
I think we both recognize that we have a very specific set of skills. For me, I had the great fortune to partially relocate to Antigua. And when I came to Antigua, I got involved in the local caregivers there, the pediatricians in the community. Managed to make the acquaintance of the World Pediatric Project, and realized that I have something to share, and I'm inspired to do that. Again, sitting on the skills that we've obtained over all of these years of being medical practitioners, it doesn't usually sit well with pediatricians, If we can help, we will help.
Okay, and that would be the same for you, Dr. Minnes?
Yeah, very similar. I've done some international work before in the past, and I feel like what we can provide in terms of the education has long-term and long-lasting effects and benefits for the local community. And so when Rebecca introduced me to the World Pediatric Project, I was very happy to jump on board.
Awesome. Well, we are the better for it. So we thank you both for your kindness and your dedication to healthcare. Now, the most we can do is repay you with beautiful sunshine, because
Oh,
I know
please.
it's
Yes.
I know it's not that way in Canada right
Oh,
now.
it's not that way in Canada.
So I hope you soak up some sun before you go. And tell us, what's the reception been like?
Oh my goodness.
Sunshine.
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 100% sunshine.
Yeah.
We've been welcomed with such warmth and kindness, and we're very, very grateful for that. It
Right.
makes our experience even that much better. The local community is lovely, and we're very happy to be here.
Great, and we're happy to have you both. For emphasis, and before we go, let us remind the community how your training will impact them going forward.
We think that the skills that your local healthcare providers have obtained over these sessions will give them the opportunity to better care for babies. And that's really the bottom line of
Yes.
all of this.
Thank you both, and thank you for sitting down with me. I appreciate your time, and I know it was short notice, you weren't prepared, but
Happy to do it.
thank
Happy to
you.
do it.
Thank you.
True volunteers at heart. Do whatever is necessary. And we thank you for helping to advance care and the level of care here at the BVI Health Services Authority.
Our pleasure.
And so also special thanks to the Ministry of Health via the Office of Dr. Ronald Georges, or CMO, that made this training possible. We are grateful. And for you at home, we hope that you continue to seek care here at the BVI Health Services Authority. We already had an excellent child care service, and now it's even better. Can you imagine that? The only place to care for your child and babies is here at the BVI Health Services Authority. Until our next episode, I'm Damon Grange. It was a pleasure having you watching us, and also we look forward to continue to informing you on the best way to care for you. Till next time.